This is my set. She's not allowed back on my set.
Let's give it up one more time for DTB.
So the reunion begins with Fragile Dolly, Stinky Summer, and Big Lex sitting in the waiting room talking about what to expect later on in the reunion. Bad Dolly has her hands wrapped, honey, and for a second I was like, is this bitch injured again? But no, this is her boxing gloves, honey. She ready, and I'm ready too. I want to see what she bring, because I've been very underwhelmed thus far. Summer says she's ready. She's ready to do what these hoes don't want to do. She's ready for whatever. She's ready to do what the fuck ever. So then Rolethia comes in with her dog, honey, with her dog. And I gotta say, Roly, she does look good from this part up, because you know her thighs are a hot ass mess, but her ass looks great. It's definitely giving donk. I mean, this is a vast improvement from the Baddies South reunion, Roly. So kudos to you, Roly. You looked it good. Good for you. Good for you. So when Roly sits down, she immediately apologizes to Summer for the way she treated her at the Baddies Africa auditions. Because if you remember, those two had gotten into it, honey. They gotten into it real bad. And it's because Summer was being such a horrible person to a contestant that says she got shot. But then Summer said, oh, you didn't get shot. You a setup bitch. Y'all jump her. So she got all the girls in the room to jump her. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, Roly, why are you apologizing to her? Why? So they have a conversation about all of that bullshit. You know, they come to amends, things as such as. Then they cut to Ivori. Is that Pretty P? I think that's Pretty P. They don't even give her a face shot, honey. And, Jazz. Sorry, I forget these irrelevant hoes' names sometimes. So, yeah, they're all like, yeah, I'm ready for whatever, yada, yada, yada. Then they cut to Anita Big Mac, Tasiki, Scotty, and Biggie sitting down talking about what to expect during the reunion, blah, blah, blah. A lot of talking. I gotta say, Scotty, this is a good look, but it's a little basic. Biggie, I guess you just, I don't know, look like you're going to school. Tasiki, this is a nice outfit, I guess. And Anna, I gotta say, I actually really like the outfit. I think it's very couture. It's very fashion. You're giving fashion, girl, honey. You're giving fashion. So then Scotty starts talking about her beef with Roly about Slim, okay? Because if you remember, Scotty was basically saying like, oh, she felt really bad for Slim, the way Roly treated her, and she should have done something when she saw her at the time. But then Bigum says something very poignant. She's like, well, why didn't you say something when it was actually happening? And then Scotty plays the whole pussy role and is like, oh, I didn't know what was going on, so if I would have seen it, I would have done something. Scotty, you just scared. You would go with the wind type of hoe. Like, that's all it was. You were fine with it when it was happening. You didn't really care because it didn't affect you. Then when it aired, the people saw like, oh my God, these hoes didn't say anything. So now she wants to go ahead and get on the fan side and be like, okay, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon of Save Slim. Scotty, you are so pump fake and weak. Grow a motherfucking backbone. Now, Anna is somewhat real. She's like, look, like, Slim knew what she was signing up for, okay? She knew what she was signing up for. This was the job description. She was going to be a slave, basically. And, I mean, that's true. I mean, Slim, it was bad the way she was treated, but I feel like Slim, I don't know. Did she think that, oh, yeah, they're just going to say I'm an assistant, and I'm going to come on, and then me and Roly will get back together, and I'll be a baddie again. But, no, that's not what happened. Slim, you talked about Roly's child, so of course there's going to be beef between you two and you're not going to be a baddie. Yeah, it just seemed like Slim just like, I don't know, her expectations were way overboard, but it does not excuse what happened to her, okay? It doesn't excuse it. So then they cut to Tinkerbella, Lanuthia, Jala, Stewie, and Diamond the Body sitting and talking about what to expect during this reunion, la 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 la. So immediately Nunu starts being messy and is like, Tinkerbella, you know, I heard that you and J-Lo were getting into it back in November, da 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 da. And they were getting into it in November, okay, because apparently Jayla had told Akbar something that Tinkerbella said in confidence. It was just this whole thing. They were fighting on the gram. Yeah, I did a few videos about it. So then Tinkerbella gives her performance, honey, her performance. She's like, how many times has Akbar had your back? And 1, and 2, and I'm just like, girl, like, simmer down, But Jayla clocks her T and was like, bitch, I was just doing the same thing you did to Meatball last season. You were on her dick, and look where it got y'all. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But Tinkerbella did not like that one, did she? Because she starts spazzing the fuck out. She starts spazzing out, and I'm like, yes, good. Yes, good. You could tell Jayla totally like flustered Tinkerbella, because she probably thought that Jayla was going to sit there looking stupid, like, oh yeah, you're right, Akbar never had my back. No, Jayla was ready, honey. Jayla was ready. By the way, we see there's a pillow covering Tinkerbella's stomach because she's pregnant, okay? Now, I don't know why, like, she had a pillow. Like, it's, like, so obvious. It's just bringing more attention to her stomach. But she does reveal later on in the episode, you know, that she's pregnant. She has a whole grand entrance showing her, you know, full stomach, okay? So then they cut back to Ivori, Jazz, and Pretty P. Jazz is basically saying, like, I'm here for Summer. Like, I'm here for Summer. I've never felt this level of disrespect before. I've never beefed with a girl like this before. I gotta say, like, I'm not gonna lie, Jazz, you are dragging it a little bit. You know, I don't really see Summer addressing you too much, like, on the social media, like, at all. It just seems like you're the one that's coming at Summer. I mean, you posted her address, girl. You posted her address, went on a long tirade against Summer. And it was sort of like, why? Because this was all after, like, weeks after y'all's big beef on the show happened. So I would have expected you to talk shit about her while that was airing. But you were talking shit about her way after the beef was over. So I'm just kind of like, what are you doing? It's giving that you needed a plot, okay, to get a possible spot on Baddies Africa. But it failed, honey. It failed because you're not on the show. You're no longer on the show. So then they cut back to Tasiki and Anna and them. Anna's basically saying that, look, I'm jumping, because these hoes are about to jump, so I'm about to jump, and I always jump. And I'm like, well, at least you're being honest this time. At least you're being honest. You're a punk fake ass pussy, but you're honest punk fake ass pussy. So then they cut back to Rolly them. Rolly starts showing off her dog, and they're joking like, oh, that's for Capri. And I'm like, ha ha ha, that's funny / corny, nah. But then Emma and Yoshi come into the room, and immediately Summer and Bad Dolly get up and start attacking Emma. Damn. Oh my God. Dolly is giving it to her, honey. Dolly is working her like no motherfucking other. And Emma is hurt, honey. Emma is really hurt. She bleeding and everything. And apparently her eyesight is a little fucked up too. She put that recently on the gram. And no lie, it is really sad and really like just unnecessary for them to jump her like that. Like, why did they do that? But then I remember earlier in the season, they had fought in that kitchen one time, and Bad Dolly and Summer had jumped her then. So it's like, I guess they wanted to do it at the reunion. I don't know. I thought that was so whack. Like, that's so sad. And low-key, Zeus set her up. Zeus set Emma up because I know they knew that Bad Dolly and Summer were about to do that. Zeus ain't shit. Then they cut to Janisha and Saucy Santana talking about what to expect during this reunion. Saucy's like, look, there is not going to be any injured reserves, and size does not matter, i.e. that is a message to Anna. He wants Anna to get beat the fuck up. Saucy Santana has it out for Anna. He don't like her, and they've been beefing on the gram ever since the last Baddies reunion. So yeah, Saucy don't like Anna. Saucy don't like her at all. So then they cut to Natalie going into Mel's dressing room, honey, all right? And Mel has a mouth guard on, so I guess she's ready to fight, but she's not. She tells Natalie, like, I feel set up. I'm not about to fight these bitches. No, I'm not doing it. And Natalie's trying to convince her to stay, but Mel's like, no, I'm not staying. So she's walking out to leave, but then Ivori comes and is trying to fight her, okay? But Mel's pussy ass is like, no, I'm not fighting you. And Natalie, she tells Mel, she's like, look, you're not coming on Baddies Africa now because you wasted my time. Why'd you even come here? And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck did you even come here, Mel? Like, Mel, you look literally dumb as fuck. You look like a bitch. Like, why would, like, I don't understand. She's like, oh, I have so many beefs with these people. I'm going to be ambushed. It's like, you were the one talking all that shit. So what did you expect, girl? Like, I don't know. I really wanted to like Mel. I really did. But I'm just so disappointed in this bitch. I'm so disappointed. Like, because this is embarrassing. This is just totally embarrassing. So Mel gets in the car and leaves, and we'll probably never see her on our Zeus screens ever again. So then they cut to Natalie pulling a Jocelyn and going on stage to perform her song, Baddies, Pose For Me, Ass Fat, Slim Thick, No Tummy. So then they do a montage of all the girls and the stage with all the audience members. Then Bobithia comes out and announces Janisha John to the stage. And here goes Janisha John. I like the dress. I do like the Baddies Caribbean dress better. This one is okay. It's okay, but to me it's a little safe. It's a little bit safe, but you look good, Janisha. Don't get me wrong. You looked good. So then she gives her intro about the season, la 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 la. And then Janisha says, oh, I can't do this on my own. I'm bringing out a co-host. And it is Saucy Santana, honey, Saucy Santana. And he's wearing like the same thing he wore on the Baddies Caribbean reunion. Okay, he's showing the leg. A little bit ashy, you know, and a little sweaty. I'm like, girl, is it really? You just got on the stage and you sweating like that. Okay, but then again, Saucy Santana is a big bitch. It's giving high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So then, Saucy talks about what to expect during the reunion, who he wants to see, his favorites. He says his favorite is Summer, which I'm just like, okay, I guess, because, she's drama. She's the one who has the most drama, no surprise there. But then he also says that Tinkerbella is his least favorite. And I'm like, damn, Tinkerbella is his least favorite. I would have thought he would have said Anna. But, I don't really know why Saucy doesn't like Tinka. I think on the last reunion, he said something shady about Tinka, saying that, oh, she don't look the same without her makeup or something. I don't know. So then they start bringing out the girls to the stage, and first comes Natalie. I guess she changed into something more fight-worthy, all right, if she's going to need it, because Diamond slaps the dog shit out of her. Then Scotty comes to the stage, and I noticed that she gives Saucy Santana a hug, but she does not give Janisha a hug, and you see Janisha's face. She's just like, this bitch. Then they bring out Tasiki the Eater, blase. Then Miss Diamond the Body comes onto the stage, and it looks like everything is normal, okay? And she gives Natalie a hug, but then she slaps the far out of Natalie, honey. You heard the fucking noise. You heard the bop, and I'm like, oh my God. And everybody is like, oh my God. So immediately Diamond takes off her wig and wants to square up with Natalie, okay? So they start to square up. Diamond always looks like off guard when she starts her fights. And honestly, Diamond is backing up the whole time, like behind security. It was giving pump fake, Diamond. Like, why are you backing up and hiding behind security? Like, that's just so bizarre to me. So the whole crowd goes in disarray. Jayla's like, what the fuck is going on? And Jayla tries to come and help Natalie, but security stops that. Then they cut backstage, and Natalie and Diamond the Body are going at it. And Diamond the Body says it's because Natalie was talking shit about her friend when her friend and Anna Mac got into it at a club. Natalie had basically said that, oh, these hoes are so desperate to get on the show. And apparently that girl was Diamond the Body's best friend, all right? And Diamond the Body says, you're a cast member, right? You're a cast member. Well, you can get touched too. But then Natalie says, bitch, you're fired. Get the fuck off my set. And I'm like, oh, shit. But no lie, Natalie, like, your word honestly means nothing, because she didn't get off the set and she's casted for the next season. So yeah, you failed there. I think recently we have seen that Natalie does not control anything on that show. She holds no power whatsoever. It's all Lemmy and the other producers, because she's going at it with Anna, still on the show. She said that she's fired. She's not, okay? Because Anna is in South Africa. There's literally photo evidence. And, so Natalie, you don't control shit. You don't control shit. Now, I will say, like, Diamond, it was messed up for you to slap Natalie like that. Like it was a total ambush because you guys were backstage doing shots. Everything was cool. This was a plot for you. This was totally a plot. And this was all part of your grandmaster evil plan. Like you were like, okay, I've been kind of in the background on this show. I left early and I didn't really have as much drama as I had on Caribbean. So let me go on this stage and slap Natalie and I can create a plot and I can get on the next season. And it worked. It totally worked. But I mean, Diamond, this is like the type of stuff where people look at you like, girl, like you move funny, you move weird. Like you're the ultimate clout chaser. You're the ultimate clout chaser. And like, it was good to see you slap Natalie. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like that slap was for the fans. You know, it was for the fans. But like, just as a person, you just ambushing her out of nowhere was just fucked up and just whack. But who cares what I think? Because, I mean, clearly your plan worked. So good for you, Diamond. Good for you. So then Janisha says that they have more baddies to bring to the stage. And the next person is Jayla, honey. Jayla. She comes out with her normal couture. I like this outfit. I like the hair. Yeah, I mean, Jayla to me always looks good. So then they cut back to Natalie going off backstage, and she tells the rest of the girls waiting to come on the stage, look, if you guys try to do anything funny to me, I will fire you. You are going home. This is my shit. This is my shit. And I'm like, okay, Natalie, okay. And she goes outside while Diamond the Body is outside again, and they're just exchanging words. Nothing really happens. Then Rolethia comes out, honey. And immediately Jayla starts tying up her hair. And I'm like, what the fuck is the issue? Like, I totally forgot. Well, Jayla says, you know, Rolly had a lot to say about her when the whole Tommy situation happened. Rolly apparently thought that Jayla was laughing and Jayla wasn't. And Rolly had went online saying that she's going to slap anybody that she saw laughing. And it was just like, it was this whole thing. Jayla's like, I wasn't laughing. And they do a flashback to Tommy, you know, pulling out her BB gun. And it shows that Jayla was not laughing. She tipped over and was panicking like everybody else was. Oh my God, not the security's ass crack showing. That is crazy. I don't understand how men be walking around like that. It's like, do you not wear boxers, or is just the elastic strand on the boxers, like, are they not working? I don't know, but it's like, girl, pull up your motherfucking pants. Or I guess, boy, pull up your motherfucking pants. I saw a guy a week ago. I was at a grocery store. He got into the car. His whole ass cheek was out. I'm like, ew, like, nasty. So then Rolly says, well, you were joking when after the whole situation with Mel in that restaurant happened, me and Natalie left, and you texted Natalie and said, why did you go with Rolly and Tinkerbella? And apparently Jayla had made a joke to Natalie on the phone talking about her knock knees or something. And I'm like, Rolly, you should really have an issue with Natalie, because Natalie's showing you these text messages. Like, what? Like, come on. But they talk it out, and, you know, they give each other a hug, whatever, and that's that. Then Natalie comes back on stage, and I honestly feel like Rolly should have slapped the dog fuck out of Natalie, but we know that's not going to happen because Rolly picks her alliances. She picks her alliances, and she's like, look, I'm going to be cool with Natalie. Whatever. So then when Natalie sits down, she starts talking about Diamond the Body again. Then Rolly and Scotty start going back and forth about Slim, okay? And Rolly feels some sort of way about Scotty going online and basically saying how, oh, she felt so bad for Slim. She should have stopped Rolly, And Rolly's like, look, if I'm your friend, Scotty, you should not be going online saying that. You're supposed to have my back 10 toes, okay? You should really have my back. And that was fucked up for you to do that. Scotty backpedals and pussy pops, you know, she just gives her dumb answers about, oh, I didn't know how bad it was until I watched it on the screen. No. It's just a bunch of, like, excuses, scary-ass excuses from Scotty. Scary Scotty. So they go back and forth about that for a while, and then Janisha is like, okay, let's bring out the next baddie, and it is Biggie Big. And during the whole time Biggie is doing her entrance, Rolly starts crying, okay? And Janisha asks her what's wrong. And Rolly's basically like, I just feel like I'm friends with people and they don't have my back, And she says there's only a few girls that I really fuck with, and it's Natalie, Antasiki, and Jayla. And I'm like, bitch, that's news to me, because Jayla just got on an interview saying she don't like you. So, girl, like, why are you naming Jayla? So then Anna Mac comes out. You know, her and Biggie give their little lovey dub, and it's like, ooh, that friendship's not gonna last much longer, because after this, y'all's friendship is done and over, because Biggie runs when Anna gets jumped. And what's interesting too, half of the audience is booing Anna when she comes out, and I'm like, oh shit. And Biggie's like, okay, go to the left and smile to the left because the left is giving you love. And I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, that was a nice thing to say. Give your sister a heads up while you guys were still sisters. Then Tinkerbella comes out and unveils her stomach, honey, and she drops it low to the flow. And I'm like, yes, bitch, yes. And Santana is gagged, honey. Santana is gagged. He's like, well, you can't fight. And she's like, no. And then the audience starts booing. And I'm like, oh my God. But no lie, it's like, why are you here, Tinkerbella? You can't fight. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Baddies reunions are for fighting, darling. This isn't the Real Housewives. It's not like reading. No. It's reading with your fist, baby. Reading with your fist. So then they ask her how far along she is, and she says she's 4 months pregnant. And I'm like, okay. Actually, no tea, no shade. Tinkerbella's stomach doesn't even look that bad. I mean, her stomach kind of looks like the way Ivori's looked when she was outside trying to fight Mel. You know, to me, Ivori looks more pregnant than her. So then Janisha announces that Diamond the Body is coming back on stage. And Natalie is so pissed. She's like, oh my God. Damn, that Zeus, I'd be so mad at Zeus if I was Natalie. It's like, bitch, I clearly told you guys not to have this bitch back on set, and you bring her back. And I'm like, oh my God. So then Rolly and Diamond square the fuck up with Diamond the Body's ass looking amazing, honey. And that is how part 1 of the reunion ends. But I want to know what you guys think, and this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next. I'm done.